I've got a guest sitting beside me. It is Heather Walker. Hello, Heather.
Hello.
Now, I've introduced you twice already today.
Oh, really?
And I've called you one half of an acoustic duo called Fort Sessions. Your music was fantastic, by the way, in Finkin Street, Christchurch.
Thank you.
On Friday. It just blew us away. I'll tell you, it was really, really brilliant. If you didn't get to hear Fort Sessions on Friday, I'm so sorry. And I'm going to tell you, anytime they come anywhere close, I will give you plenty of early warning. And we will play some of your stuff this morning. But first of all, got to ask you, it's an interesting name, Fort Sessions. How did this come about, Heather?
Well, it actually started, I was with a group of friends, Ethan included, and we were talking about just moving into a house together. This didn't actually happen, but we were discussing about it, and we were saying we could make a YouTube channel where we did music in a fort made of like a tent and cushions and things, and it would have funny running jokes throughout it. And it never happened, but Ethan was looking to expand his solo music page. So I suggested, why don't you live stream so then you can get people involved? And he said, okay, well, we'll use the name you came up with, Fort Sessions, and then we can do that. So the first actual thing was Fort Sessions with me as a special guest. And
I see.
Then he got asked to go and do a gig, but we'd written a few songs by then, and he decided he didn't want to do it alone, so he just sort of said, can I just bring along a friend? And they pretty much said, okay, what's your name? And he just panicked and said Fort Sessions. So we became like this accidental pop duo.
It's a brilliant name, Heather. Now, what's Ethan's surname?
Saphra.
Right, and he is the other half, your musical partner sort of thing. And you've done lots of music. Tell me a little bit about the YouTube channel, because some of it, you just challenge each other, don't you?
Oh, yes. Well, we've got a regular thing where we do improvisations on Facebook, where we live stream just random topics people have sent us, and we'll just come up with songs on the spot. And sometimes they're great, sometimes they're absolutely terrible, but it's there for everyone to see. And we because Ethan went away for about half a year to Japan, he moved and started working there. And while we were away, we couldn't do the live streams. So we started challenging each other with improvisations like how we used to do live. And we told each other, since it's a bit more, you've got more time, you can make it into a proper thing. So we've been doing challenges to each other, and they're also just as ranging in how good they are.
So that's like live composing. That is something I'd not seen before. We enjoyed your performance so much on Friday that when we got home, we went on YouTube and we watched everything we could find, and it was so good. It's so funny. So and the music is absolutely brilliant, and we'll play you one in a moment. But I think what I've forgotten to do is to just point out how very local you are. I know you're not local at the moment, but you are a local girl, aren't you? Now, you all know Jenny Walker because she's been on the show, and she is, she has a group called the Invoice Singers. You've heard of those, haven't you? They've been in and sung live as well, and also have got a concert this Friday in St Sebastian's at Great Gunnerby. I told you about that earlier, didn't I? She's also got an instrumental group called Motif, and she teaches piano, and she's all round brilliant. She's in a jazz band as well now, and she composes an awful lot of the music that we sing in Invoice, and it's the best stuff that we do. And Heather is Jenny's daughter. So you are local. Sorry, I'm supposed to be building you up, and I'm just having a go for your mum there. But so you KGGS?
Yeah.
Right, I did too, but obviously we weren't there at the same time.
No.
I wasn't there at the same time as Margaret Thatcher.
Just a few years difference.
Just a few years, yeah. So a KGGS pupil, X. And are you in London now?
Actually, I'm in Leeds now, but
Right.
Ethan is in London.
Oh, so that's why you're still having to do all these amazing challenges. And so you just get together for performances, do you?
Yeah, we tend to meet up the day before, we sort of stay with each other whenever we're performing, and we'll meet up a day or two before, and then we'll rehearse then, do some songwriting then, do a live stream, do the gig, and then say goodbye again.
While you were here after KGGS, or was it during KGGS, you were a chorister as well, weren't you?
During, yeah.
During. Was that at St Wolfram's?
Yes.
Right. What was that like?
It was really nice. It definitely probably helped me with my voice training, because you have to just be sort of consistent with singing, and they do teach you some sort of technique, but also sight reading wise. I went to music college, and I know when I got there I was one of the singers who was good at sight reading, whereas a lot of people weren't, because they've not been choristers before. And
that helped a lot, did it? And I'm going to ask you about your degree in a minute. I'll tell you what, I'm just going to play a few messages, and then I shall give the lovely listeners something off your... Is it an EP?
EP, yeah.
Now, I'm going to play the first track on here, so that's called Gliding, isn't it? Right, so that's what you're going to... The next music you hear will be something from Fort Sessions.
The best way to start your morning. Live from the heart of Grantham, Ella Watts.
Wasting all my precious time like ooh. So much to do, can't place my mind like ooh. Wish that I could make myself get out of this bed. Wish that I could take myself from out of my head. 'Cause I'm gliding through those. Yes, I'm gliding through those. Count to 10 and then count again. It will never end. 'Cause I'm gliding. I'm never coming down, down, down. Count to 10 and then count again. Motivation always ends. 'Cause I'm gliding. Never coming down, down, down. Watching as you wait outside like ooh. Hear your footsteps, see you smile like ooh. The phone will ring, there's no one in, just me left inside. If you listen in, the only sound is the static of my mind. 'Cause I'm gliding through those. Yes, I'm gliding through those. Count to 10 and then count again. It will never end. 'Cause I'm gliding. I'm never coming down, down, down. Count to 10 and then count again. Motivation always ends. 'Cause I'm gliding. Never coming down, down, down. I'll take a moment to catch my breath. I'll try to move on and pass this test, but my thoughts keep taking over, and I'm never coming down. Count to 10 and then count again. It will never end. 'Cause I'm gliding. Never coming, never coming down. Count to 10
Well, that was fabulous, wasn't it? Now, that was called Gliding, and the vocalist that you heard there was certainly one of them. The main one, I think, in there is Heather Walker, who is sitting beside me, and that's an acoustic duo called Fort Sessions. That is so good. I'm going to play another one in a minute. I'll talk to you first, I promise, but I will play another one in a minute. I was going to ask you about your degree. You've only just finished that, haven't you? Yeah. So come on then, what did you do and what did you get?
Well, I got a first in classical singing.
Oh my goodness me. What is classical singing? Tell the listeners.
Well, I did some opera, but I also did some sort of classical French songs and sort of German lieder and things like that.
And yet here you are, doing something a little bit alternative, really. So this is where your heart lies, is it?
Well, I found that as much as I like, because I used to do a lot of musical theatre, as much as I liked doing that for a while, and then I liked doing classical for a while, I found that I really mainly just like doing this, that and everything, just mixing it up, because otherwise I get a little bit bored.
I do think the improvisation is a skill that not everybody has. Is that something that is part of the degree, or did you just find you had a talent for it?
It wasn't a part of my degree, but I did take an optional module in my last year in which we were using improvisation during the lessons, but by that point me and Ethan had been doing these improvisations for a while, but that was purely just us two saying, hey, this would be funny, wouldn't it? So.
That's amazing how these things come about. So you weren't doing it particularly seriously, but it just turned out to be wonderful, as we've just heard. That's absolutely amazing. Did you say you've got a manager now?
Yes. My friend is making a management agency, and she needs sort of test people to work with, so initial clients, and so she's working with me in this Fort Session stuff, but also some solo stuff I've been writing.
So we're going to hear so much more.
Yeah.
So much more. So now this EP, what is this one called?
Acoustic Misadventures.
Misadventures, and we've just heard the first track, which was called Gliding. So have you got any other discs or music?
We've got sort of 2 singles released. One of them's called Training Wheels, and it's sort of like a lullaby thing, and I know little kids like it. And the other one is Kiriana, which is actually... It is a Fort Session song, but me and another friend actually rearranged it while Ethan was in Japan, and I did about 4 vocal lines all at the same time in like choral harmony sort of thing.
Right.
So it was like pop mixed with the choral singing back from church. Yeah.
So you mixed 4 tracks of yourself?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I've heard that as well.
Yeah.
No wonder it's good. It is very, very good. So you've got everything is so not serious, isn't it? So you've got a manager, but really she's just bullied you into doing it so she can test.
A little bit, yeah.
So what sort of gigs do you do then?
We've tended to do sort of gigs in various different like pubs and venues and things, but we've also, I've also done some private things. When Ethan was away, I know I got asked to do like a party, so I went and did a private party with someone else, sort of replacing Ethan briefly.
So you're all interchangeable? Mix and match? Mix
and match a little bit. But Ethan, we did a live stream for another band where they were raising money for a 24-hour live stream on charity.
Yes.
And me and someone else went in as Fort Sessions, and they kept referring to him as a member of Fort Sessions, and Ethan didn't like that so much.
No, I can understand that. You wouldn't really like that, would you? Right, I'm going to put another one on. This is track 4. What is this one called?
Runaway.
Runaway.
Oh, Runaway.
Runaway. Do you write these together?
Yes.
So who does what? How does it start?
Sometimes one of us will give someone a voice memo and say, oh, can you work with this and do something on it, whether it's melody or chords or something. Or we actually, a lot of our songs we get from the live streams we do where we improvise, and then we take little chunks of that and go, oh, that was nice, let's rework that into something coherent, and we'll just sit together for a bit and just write something.
So it develops into a full song. Right, let's have another listen. I'm finding all this improvisation really rather fascinating. Right, so this one's called Runaway.
was a friend. I know we could go until the end, if only you would give me a shot. I used to know you long ago. I tried to ring but you would not pick up your phone. I took the train this morning and travelled all this way to say, hi, how are you? I hope you've been well.
I'm okay.
I heard that your work's been giving you hell.
Well, it gives me pain.
I've seen that look before, and I know
guess
you
I
wanna
wanna
break. So take this chance, 'cause I'm a runaway. So just run away with me. I'm a runaway. So take my hand and run away with me. So just take my hand and run away with me. Remember all the times we shared. We stayed out late just dancing in the midnight air. But now the nights are colder, and now we've all got older. I've got to say, it's been too many years since I last said hi.
I've been fine.
Forgot how we left things, don't know why.
It's lost in time.
Want a trip to the past? Let's make it last. So take this chance, 'cause I'm a runaway. So just run away with me. I'm a runaway. So take my hand and run away with me. So just take my hand and run away with me. Forgot to ask you, how you feel. See me again, but I just wanted you to join me. Come with me,
Come with me.
run away with me.
Run away with me.
Come with me, run away with me. 'Cause I'm a runaway. Just run away with me. I'm a runaway. So take my hand and run away with me. So just take my hand and run away with me. So take my hand and run away with me. Run away with me.
That's another beautiful song there. That's Runaway from an EP called Acoustic Misadventures by Fort Sessions. And I've got one half of Fort Sessions sitting beside me, and that is Heather Walker. So, hello again, Heather.
Hi.
What gigs have you got coming up? Let's hear about what you've got exciting.
We've got a couple in London coming up. So on the 21st of October at the Finsbury Pub, and 2nd of November in Ophelia's Cocktail Lounge, and the 16th of November in the Rocksteady in London.
So, all in London?
Yes, it's because we're working with a promoter, and we've worked with them a few times, and they're based in London, and since we started working with that promoter, lots of other venues across London are contacting us and saying, oh, well, we see you're with these people.
Ah, I see. So we were very lucky on Friday then, because you don't do too many gigs around here.
No, but if venues will come up and sort of ask us if we want to play, like, we're always willing. So
Well, it was one of the best musical sessions that I've enjoyed for quite some time. I've just noticed, looking at this EP, it says hand drawn by Heather. So this is you as well, is it?
yeah, so when we sell physical CDs, because it's partly because of cost, but also because it's more interesting. We actually make uniquely designed CDs and CD cases, and so I make all the CD cases out of card and spend forever cutting them out and sticking them, and then I'll just make a design that's unique for each person.
My lovely mum-in-law, Audrey, she would have called that cutting and twiddling. So this is unique. Nobody else has got this cover that I've got.
No, well, partly because I'm not very good at recreating the same cover. So they end up always being unique by accident.
I'm not sure that you should say that on the local radio to the massive audience we have out there. Now, so I'm going to play one more. This is track 3. It's called Sitting with a Stranger.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say I was doing that, actually. But it has happened. So is there a story behind this one?
It was actually, you know, in American films you get a lot of sort of one-night stands.
Ooh,
well, in films, in films,
right? I might need to emigrate.
But we were saying there's always, they either end up just staying together or one runs off. And we were saying, wouldn't it be funny if someone actually woke up and, oh God, what have we done? And that's basically what the song's about.
Right. Okay, I'm going to put this on for you to have a listen to. This is called Sitting with a Stranger.
Waking up in someone else's bed, endless pounding in my head. Not sure where I am or how I got here, but I'd rather remember what I did.
Well, I wish I was like you and I'd forget. I remember everything and I regret what I said to a person I just met. Sitting with a stranger, not sure how acquainted we were last night. We were last night. Sitting with a stranger, not sure how acquainted we were. Now it's morning light.
Wish that I could ask him for a water. Seeing him, he doesn't look much like a talker.
Oh God, what you thinking
Can't someone
now?
break this
Awkward silence. You were just a friend of a friend. We were dancing the Macarena. Now I hate her cause she said see you later, and I went home with you. Sitting with a stranger, not sure how acquainted we were last night. We were last night. Sitting with a stranger, not sure how acquainted we were. Now it's morning light.
Waking
You were
up
just
in
a friend
someone
of a
else's
friend.
bed,
We were dancing the Macarena. Now I hate her cause she said see you later, and I went home with you. Sitting with a stranger, not sure how acquainted we were last night. We were last night. Sitting with a stranger, not sure how acquainted we were. Now it's morning light.
Now we're here, I might as well say hi. It's better than being some nameless guy. So what do you think about getting a coffee to get to know each other better?
You're a different person than when you were drunk. I remember you being so rude. You were crude and I couldn't read your mood. But now you seem okay. Sitting with a stranger, now that we're acquainted, you seem alright. You seem alright. Sitting with a stranger, we became acquainted in the morning light.
That was quite a good story, that was. I was really getting into the lyrics and not really listened to them as closely as that before. So we've got one song left, which I'll play in a moment, and it is called Kyoto.
Kyoto.
Kyoto, which crops up in another song, From Kyoto to Somewhere Else. But I can't remember what the song's called, so I'll shut up immediately. Is it Japan?
Yes.
Yeah, right. Where do you see this all leading, ultimately? What are you hoping for?
Well, I think both of us want to be able to sort of perform live, sort of as much as possible. Ideally, we'd want to sort of just be able to sort of tour doing our music, but it's obviously a long shot and things. But
well, yeah. I mean, looking at the gigs you've got already, it's probably it's not that long a shot, is it? So you go all around the country then, and other countries as well, presumably.
That would be the goal, I guess.
So are you working on doing a complete album now?
We have enough songs to, but the problem at the moment is just the funding for that, because to book out studios and things, it does take a lot of money to do that, to get a proper production, because we can do some of it ourselves, but it probably won't end up as well as if someone who actually knows what they're doing is doing it.
I don't know. This sounds pretty amazing, what you've done so far.
Well, this was produced by a friend of Ethan who sort of did it, and he has a degree in production, so he does know what he's doing more than what we do. So
you've got a really good friend network, haven't you?
Yeah.
And people sort of saying, I will do this for you. That's very, very useful. Well, I wish you every success. I do hope this works out, and especially if you tour, because you'll be able to come and do a lot more gigs around here. And I'm really looking forward to us sort of capturing you again sometime. And getting you to not only perform, but also to come in on Gravity FM and talk to us. I'm sitting with Heather Walker, who is half of an acoustic duo, a fabulous duo called Fort Sessions. I'm going to play you the final track off the EP in a minute. It's not the final track in the listing because I've done it in a different order, but I'm going to play you one called Kyoto in just a moment. Just have a listen to this first. The next music you hear will be the final one today from Fort Sessions.
The best way to start your morning, live from the heart of Grantham, Ella Watts.
Real local radio, Gravity FM.
You're like an eternal spring. You make my troubled mind forget everything. But I'm through with saving memories for all my future selves, and I'm through with pretending this is just a spell. I wish I could bloom like you. In such a troubled world, you seem so true. And I know that I've got plans all the way back home. I've got silver linings that I can call my own. But I don't wanna go Kyoto. I don't wanna go into this fire. So come on, can you let me know Kyoto? How do I make my dreams what I desire? I met a girl with flowers in her hair. She said, take your time, go slow, and you can still get anywhere. She took me to where the river flows into secret bays. I couldn't help but wonder and wish that I could stay. 'Cause I don't wanna go Kyoto. I don't wanna go into this fire. So come on, can you let me know Kyoto? How do I make my dreams what I desire? What I la 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 Yeah, I don't wanna go Kyoto. I don't wanna go into this fight. So come on, can you let me know? Kyoto. How do I make my dreams what I desire? What I la 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 like. 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 La 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 like.
Harmonies on that are lovely, Heather. And that's the last one I'm going to play, because that's all you've brought me to play, isn't it? Yeah. Well, it's been lovely talking to you today. So when did you actually leave KGGS?
Oh God, 3 years ago.
3 years
maybe
ago.
4.
And now you've done a degree and got a first. Oh, wow. Yeah, some of us can only dream, and you're living the dream, so that's really good. So I wish you every success, especially with your hand-drawn cases for your fabulous music. It's really, really good. And I think you might be singing with us on Friday as a special treat. So that's another reason why you should come to St Sebastian's Church in Great Gunnerby on Friday at 7 o'clock. And I won't give them any more details than that, but I think she will probably guest sing with us, which will be absolutely super. Thank you so much for coming in.
Yeah, it's fine. It was wonderful.
And as soon as you do some more discs, you'll let me know, won't you?
Will do.
And I'll give them a play, and I'll let you know what feedback we have from this.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you very
Okay,
much.
thank
Heather.
you.
Lovely to talk to you.